Hey, Lathan, is this kind of what you expected, man? I mean, I know we all thought, like, after the injury in the Rose Bowl, it might take you a while to get back, and here you are. Like, you didn't miss like, a snap. You're balling out from the first game of the year against Notre Dame. Is this kind of what you expected, or are you even surprised how well you're playing?
I think that it's just a tribute to how much work that I put in the offseason. I mean, my goal was to play game one, and all the people that helped me do that, like I said, Stu, Coach Mick, Coach KP, Coach Eliano, Coach G, all those people helped me make this happen. So it's a tribute to them for real and my family. So no trouble.
When we talk to Coach Knowles, he's like, one thing he loves about you is that you just go. He's like, he's very decisive. He just goes. Is that have you always been like that? And can you just speak more about like your style of play at safety?
Yeah, I think that since I was younger, that was one thing I was pretty good at. Like once I see ball, go get ball. Since I was little. But that's one thing that me and Coach E, we always talk about just working on is using that as one of my tools, not using it as something against me. Just being patient and know when to go, not just going right away.
Lathan, are you able to break down your interception against Michigan State there in the first quarter? Just what did you see when the ball was thrown off Peyton Thorne's hand and when you came down to there?
Yeah, I think it's just a great play call by Coach Knowles. I mean, it worked out perfectly. We showed like a too high look, and once he saw the post on Denzel, he thought the middle field was open, and luckily came from the backside and picked it off.
You mentioned it was in Jim Knowles' play call. Does he have those plays drawn up to where hey, you might get an interception on this play if it works out? Just how do you break those down?
I think Coach Knowles does a great job of putting all of us, all the defensive players, into situations to where you have a chance to make the play, and it's really on you to make the play. I think that's why it's so fun playing Coach Knowles' defense.
Was it satisfying getting that interception after it was the first one for you?
Most definitely. I mean, first one of my career, and I mean, me and T-Mac was talking. It's funny before the game, we both were saying we was going to get one, and it felt good to finally get one.
What's it like, Lathan, to see this defense evolving, like you're talking about, and this coach putting y'all in positions to make plays? I mean, how would you describe, I guess, the confidence y'all have in him at this moment, compared to maybe even 6 or 7 months ago when he was sort of new in the form?
Yeah, no, I feel that we just all have confidence in each other. I mean, that's one thing that Coach Knowles brought here and just instilled in us. I mean, we believe in Coach Knowles, he believes in us. And then every day at practice, we go so hard against our offense. And I mean, if a mistake happens at practice, we get it fixed and we address it and we handle it. And I think we all just believe in each other, and that's why we're playing so successful.
And this week, no one can run from the fact that Iowa's got the 131st ranked total offense in the country, 238.7 yards. I don't know why I've got that memorized per game. How have y'all dealt with that of being up for this game? You understand what I'm saying?
Man, we're up for any game. It don't matter
what their struggle is offensively.
It don't matter who we're playing. We treat every game the same. It don't matter if they're struggling, if they're not. I mean, Iowa's a good team. We're excited for the challenge. I mean, at the end of the day, it don't matter who we're playing.
And what jumps out at them offensively that you definitely know y'all need to be concerned with or worried about?
A really good tight end, 84, really good dude. That run the. I mean, they're gonna run the ball. We gotta stop the run. I mean, that definitely jumps out on film. So that's what we're excited for the challenge.
And last thing, when do you know you are or aren't starting in a game, and does that matter? Number one, answer the first part of it.
I think that we'll know who's starting. I mean, it's really the coach's decision. It varies on the week, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Whoever starts going to go out there and handle business and is prepared for the week. And whenever whoever gets called to put out there on the field, they're expected to execute. So that's what we do. And whoever's on the field, you're off the field, you're ready to go in at all times. So at the end of the day, whoever's on the field deserves to be on the field.
When do you find out though whether you're starting or not?
I mean, it varies for every game, but at the end of the day, that doesn't matter who's starting, and that's not something I'm trying to think about. Like during the week, I'm not thinking about who's starting, who's that. I'm thinking about what's Iowa's game plan and how we're going to stop them.
I imagine you saw this, but Pro Football Focus has you ranked as the #1 safety in all of college football. Did you see that, and what are your thoughts about that?
I did see that. I try not to pay too much attention to that stuff, negative or positive. But at the end of the day, like I said, it just pays tribute to how much work I put in the offseason. But at the end of the day, that's not my goal, and that's not the team's goal. So I look past that and look into Iowa.
Is that rat poison, like Nick Saban says?
Yeah, at the end of the day, good or bad, I mean, I try to look away from the media.
By golly.
Sorry, you guys.
not us, though, right?
How far you've come in 9 months is crazy, or 10 months is crazy.
Yeah, it is. But at the end of the day, we're not done yet. And our team has bigger goals. I got bigger goals, and I'm ready. I'm just excited to try to achieve them.
Along those lines, have you thought at all about how maybe after this year you'll have a decision to make about coming back for another year or going to the NFL?
Yeah, at the end of the day, my one goal is beating Iowa right now. That's my goal, and then I mean we got 3 goals here. I mean it's win the Big Ten, beat the team up north, win the Big Ten, win the national championship. Those are my 3 goals right now, and that's all I'm thinking about.
Lathan, how much more comfortable do you feel right now than you did a year ago?
Oh, way more comfortable. I mean, I'm playing a safety position that's why I came here to play. So I feel way more comfortable every day, and then at the end of the day, I'm learning new things every day. I'm from Coach E, from Coach Knowles, and I'm just excited. I'm excited to be learning more football, be learning more schemes, more stuff that I didn't learn last year that just opening up my game.
Did you never quite feel comfortable in that nickel role?
I mean, at the end of the day, I just want to do what's best for the team. If I did feel comfortable, I didn't feel comfortable. It doesn't matter. I was put in that position. I was put there to play nickel, so I needed to play nickel. So I was showing up every day to play nickel. So yeah, I do feel more comfortable at the safety position, but I feel that I can play every safety position on the field. So I feel comfortable in all of them.
Lathan, I feel like a lot of guys here maybe end up starting in a spot where they didn't envision themselves playing in early in their career. Just what's it like to go through that and also maybe keep the confidence that eventually the thing you thought you were doing is going to come for you down the road?
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, there was sometimes I was really frustrated. I mean, I can't lie about that. But at the end of the day, I just put my faith in the God, put my faith in the coaching staff here, and it works out.
Was it like when you got out there this year and you're man in that like deeper safety spot where you just like finally?
Yeah, I definitely felt at home when they moved me back there, and I was definitely excited. I can't lie.
What's Jim Knowles like behind closed doors? We get a kick out of him every time we talk to him. I mean, obviously he's doing a great job as D coordinator. How would you describe his personality and just playing for him?
Y'all be surprised. Coach Knowles has a lot of personality. I mean, he's a super fun dude to play for. Always finds new ways to keep us engaged, and I think that's one thing that's definitely stood out for me. And then he does such a great job just changing the culture, the whole defense, and I think we all just appreciate him for that. And I think that's why we play so hard for him.
He said anything we're getting out of Lathan is like a bonus, because he said like we didn't even know we were going to have him in the spring. Has he talked to you about that?
No, he hasn't talked to me about that. But I mean, I don't expect him to talk to me about that because, like I said, we focus on Iowa.
You mentioned Knowles changing the culture of the defense. What is different about the culture now than what it was a year ago?
I just think he's done such a great job of. I think as a whole, our defense is where there's no clicks, if you know what I'm saying. Like in some defenses, some teams, you'll see that there's a bunch of clicks. Dudes, linemen hang out with each other, DBs hang out with each other. But our defense, I mean, we all got love for each other. We all hang out with each other, laugh with each other, and I think it shows on Saturdays.
How much does that help on the field that you have those close bonds with the guys that maybe aren't playing your same position?
Oh, it helps a lot. I mean, the communication, we're always trying to talk with the linebackers, D-line, about stuff that's going on, trying to fix that stuff if we have issues on the field. It's always holding each other accountable. I think that's one thing that jumps out is when we hold each other accountable. We address the issues. If we're having issues, we address them. And I think that's what's so special about our defense.
Who are some of the guys that aren't DBs that you have particularly close bonds with?
All types of dudes. I mean, me and Zach, that's one that jumps out to me. Got super close this offseason. I mean, we was both going through treatment at the same time. And got really close with Zach. Me and Tommy really close. Me and Steele. I mean, a bunch of dudes. Mike Hall. All those dudes. I mean, and that's just off the top of my head. And I could really name the whole 11 on defense. So, but yeah, I think that's what's so special about our defense this year is man, we're one. So
you mentioned Tommy. How would you describe him? He feels like he's like the quarterback of the defense. He's playing almost every meaningful snap at middle linebacker. He's playing well.
Tommy's a dog. He's the best linebacker in the country to me. Tommy's a dog. He jumps out on the film every time. I mean, I know you guys see it. So that's film flying around and not afraid of nobody. And you'll feel him. Tommy will make you feel him for sure. His presence is felt.
I'm sorry if you were asking this already, but I was asking Coach Knowles, like, what's the difference between you and Josh Proctor's skill sets and what you guys bring to the table in that spot? And he pretty much said you think like an adjuster. You're playing band. What does that mean to you?
I think that. Damn, I don't. I think that just means. I think just the benefit of. I mean, at the end of the day, I learned both adjuster and bandit, so I think I kind of just. Man, I really don't know what Coach knows me.
It was a compliment.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to ask Coach knows that one.
I guess like maybe a better because I don't know either. 'Cause you don't know. What about what does it take to play either role? since you were learning both of those spots, I understand there's a lot that's similar, but they're not exactly the same position. So what part of your skill set taps into the adjuster role when you're that versus playing the bandit role?
I mean, at the end of the day, I think that luckily me, Rocket, and Proc could all play all three. And I think that that's what's so special about all of us. And I think in the adjuster, I would say, I guess, will cover some more ground than the bandit. But at the end of the day, they're so similar that, like, they're damn near the same position, except one's in the boundary, one's in the field. But I think that's what's so special about us is that, I think all three of us can play all three at the end of the day.
Have the coaches talked to you guys much about the 17 loss to Iowa this week?
About the, I'm sorry.
Have the coaches talked to you guys much about the 2017 game against Iowa?
Oh yeah, we've definitely talked about that. But like I said, we're treating. Any team that we play is a big game. We don't overlook somebody or we don't look past somebody. Iowa's a good team. They're coming in here to beat us, and we're going in there to beat them. So at the end of the day, we're studying Iowa to beat Iowa. No matter, we don't really care what their schedule is and that. Iowa's a good team, and we're excited to play them.
But are they like, how much have they talked about it? Like, are they showing clips or like trying to motivation or anything like that?
Yeah, we talked about it. Last time when we played Iowa, they handed it to us at the end of the day, and basically we can't let that happen again.
The key to taking a tight end out of a game is what?
I think it just depends. It depends on what type of scheme we run and stuff like that.
You know what I'm asking? Yeah, but go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get you to give away the game plan, but tight ends seem to get open a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Iowa does a bunch of stuff to get their tight ends the ball.
Yeah.
They do a bunch of stuff to get their tight ends the ball. So I think it's just a lot of eye discipline. Really one that stands out, and then just everyone doing their job. Everyone doing their job. No one doing too much, and I think that's the key.
Ryan Day said he has scars from that 2017 game. Have you noticed that when they talk about the game, when he talks about it?
Yeah, Coach Day talked about that game. I think that was his first year, he had said, and he talked about how that game stuck with him forever. And basically, at the end of the day, we know how a tough loss feels, so and he knows that. And at the end of the day, Iowa, like I said, Iowa's coming here to beat us, and we're going in to beat them. We're not trying to look over anyone. We're not trying to make the game bigger than it is. It's a football game on Saturday against another opponent, and we're ready for the challenge.
Lathan, Coach Knowles said yesterday that there's some stuff with the safeties that he just feels like he hasn't had to get into yet in terms of like pressures and stuff he can do with you guys. Two more questions, not to give away what those things are, but just how exciting, I guess, is it for you guys in your position to know that there's more in the tank that you can pull out at some point if you guys wanted to? Super excited.
When Coach Knowles wants to pull those out, we'll be ready to run them. But shoot, when we run what he wants to run. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Lathan, you running with the ones this week?
We'll see on game day. At the end of the day, whoever my coach puts out there, they're the ones that are ready for the game, the ones that are gonna make plays.
Great. Lathan, thank you very much.
Don't matter.